So let's just talk about soil health. Moving towards no-till or cover crop or any other management practices. John, you want to talk about your kind of journey towards no-till?
Yeah. So when we started this, we were conventional till. 1 year in, after we seen the roots that Holganix helped the plants produce compared to the controls, we decided to go into no-till, and we actually sold our tillage equipment to commit to it. And it's really interesting. So after 4 years of using Holganix and no-till, people talk about the lag time going from conventional to no-till being 3 to 5 years, and our yields haven't dropped off. And I credit that to growing the biology faster in our soils, and it's also made our soils softer, more aggregated in that process, and our bulk densities have really decreased. So and then we have started to try to incorporate cover crops. They're a little bit tougher up here because we don't have that length of time in the fall, but we're figuring out some ways to do that.
Yeah, that's neat, John. Thanks for the feedback there. Tim, out your way, totally different part of the country in what you're doing with such little rain. What are you doing to really pay attention to soil health and tillage and that type of thing?
We're working on no-till. I just came from the Burlington no-till conference, so I'm all hopped up on cover crops and no-tilling and all sorts of stuff. But no, we've been trying to do, Dad's been conventional tillage, trying to just get rid of one disc was bad enough, but we've finally gotten it down to where we're at least only strip tilling, and we're just going down the same strip. So we're at least halfway no-till, maybe is the way to put it. But with the microbial life, like I think John just said, the amount of time that it takes to recover from one tillage pass or trying to put our fertilizer down with that strip till made such a huge difference. Where we get high yield, we get a lot of residue. We have a lot of issues in the springtime with trying to get everything in the ground. It thaws and it's wet, trying to get everything done quickly and not getting stuck or rutting. And the Holganix has really made a difference on a lot of that. Being able to cut down my fertilizer, I've been was this my 4th year? I'm at 40% fertilizer from where I was, not on price but on usage. So my overall budget's about half where I was 4 years ago with fertilizer prices now. But that makes the banker happy, makes me happy, makes profitability. So with regards to cover crops and no-till, I really can't argue with not having to pay the co-op as much as I used to. With almost double my acres where I was 5 years ago, I'm paying them less. So I feel great about that.
Now, that's great. Yeah, we see, using Bio 800 technology, we have plenty of customers that are full till and continue to be that, and that's fine if that's how they want to run their operation. But if anybody wants to move towards a less tillage, whether you're going to go strip till, minimum till, or no till, Holganix Bio 800 will help you get there and help you. It's kind of a bit of a hack to help us get there quicker with less pain and ultimately, as Tim was just saying, improve our profit per acre by reducing our inputs. So we see that as a great tool, and thanks for bringing that up, Tim. I appreciate that. Tim, I think is this from your part of the country?
Yeah, that's a pasture that we actually sprayed with Holganix. It was CRP. It had some decent grass in it, but it had a lot of milk thistle, and the Holganix really helped the grass kick off before the milk thistle get out. So we actually had a decent cutting off of it. But the growth, we had 22, we had the record lowest rainfall. I think we had 4 inches of rainfall the whole year. In 22, maybe that was during the growing season. I think we had like 8 inches for the whole year, which was really dry. But coming off of that, we didn't even know if we'd have anything to cut this year on that. And yeah, I mean, sprayed 1/2 gallon over the top, 15 gallons water. And yeah, 2 weeks later, we're like, we might actually get a crop out of this. And I think about a month later, that right picture was about a month, 3 weeks, something like that. We're like, heck yeah. And it ended up being the best cutting he'd ever gotten off of that field. So, and that was all we put on. We only put on Holganix and 2 pounds of sugar, and we didn't put any NPK on at all. He's debated about keeping it towards the organic side or not. So I'm just keeping everything protected that way. But he was really happy on what we got out of that.
That's great. And yeah, you will see, universally using Bio 800, you'll see faster germination, faster establishment, better rooting, healthier plant, and that's everything, that we saw there with Tim that gave him those results.